The idea 10, 15 years ago that you would have a meeting of major environment organisations like Greenpeace, Friends of the Earth, the Green Alliance, alongside large companies and the CBI, and they would all be in agreement. I mean, it's very striking. 15 years ago, there would have been a complete standoff. It's interesting how this debate has changed, and that the scope and breadth of the consensus across business and the wider green movement about the importance of investing long-term in sustainable, reliable, affordable energy. That consensus is very striking. As I said, there'll always be debates and arguments about the detail, but I think that consensus is strong. It needs to be at the centre of our economic policy going forward. In fact, it needs to be, to succeed, at the centre of a cross-party consensus which crosses parliaments and crosses political parties. This is a necessity, but I do think it is also a great opportunity. I think it's good for the UK to get ahead of the curve for a range of industrial and jobs and technological reasons. And the reality is, if you look at the mix of our energy over the next 10, 15, 20 years, unless we act in a decisive way to renew our infrastructure and change direction, we are going to end up much more heavily dependent on one energy source, imported, which is not without further action consistent with our climate change objectives. The Green Alliance paper is striking about the scale of the investment which is potentially in the pipeline. And the thing I hear all the time talking to business audiences is that people see a massive opportunity here for very substantial investment which can create a huge number of jobs, lead in in innovation, put the UK ahead of the curve. I think that there is a real opportunity in the run-up to 2015, the Paris meetings, the next round of international talks, for the UK to show that we and our European partners can lead. In our view, the government should end the current uncertainty and commit now, with a sensible time to plan, for the Green Investment Bank to be able to borrow in the way which was intended in 2015. If the Chancellor is not willing to do that in the coming months, then the next Labour government will do so as soon as we can, straight after the next general election. As the Green Alliance challenges us, we need to put our thinking about planning for a low-carbon future at the centre of policy making. It can't be peripheral. I think if America can rise to that challenge, so can Britain. We were a country which led the Industrial Revolution. We know that we have major advantages in these technologies, in our track record, in our expertise here in our country. We have a ready-made need for infrastructure investment in low-carbon technologies which can provide the seedbed for the innovation which could then produce export markets for the future. But that means you've got to take this challenge seriously, and you've got to want to commit to ambitious goals domestically and internationally, and then use that to drive policy. The cost of failure, if we don't act, are well known, but the potential gains to the UK in balanced, cheap, secure energy supply, alongside investment, jobs and global leadership in the technologies of the future, I think that's a prize worth grasping, and we are looking forward to the opportunity to make that a reality. Thank you.